Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1972 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup is between the Seattle Pilots and the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. On the mound for the Pilots today is Dave Boswell, whose record is 0-4 with a 5.20 ERA, and pitching for the Red Sox is Mike Nagy, whose record is 3-1 with a 3.54 ERA. Okay, we were shut out by Jerry Stevenson and the Red Sox yesterday. Never had a shot in that ball game. We committed 4 errors in the first 2 innings. Um, and that really only led to 1 run being scored, but that kind of detailed exactly what was going to be the outcome of the ball game. We got thrown out trying to score from third. We were caught stealing in a hit and run situation. There was just no chance we were going to win yesterday. And to make matters worse, we suffered an injury to Denny Riddleberger. It's only for 3 days. So we're not even going to send him to the IL. We'll put him at the back of the bullpen and then just wait for him to heal before we insert him back into the regular routine. Now, I did make a roster maneuver yesterday, and I think it's a gotta happen kind of situation here with our third baseman. Greg Pryor will now take over everyday duties as our third baseman. We've given him a little bit of an opportunity the first, a couple of years here since he was drafted. I guess that was in 69. So 70 and 71, he got September call-ups. Didn't really show us much, but defensively, he's pretty good. He's got a good arm. He's got average range. I mean, he's going to commit some errors as a hitter. I mean, at this point, what does it matter? But we have got to stop all of these errors happening. By our third baseman, Rich Rollins will remain on the team because he is on a major league contract. But look at this clown's errors. He's got 9 errors in 27 starts, a fielding percentage of .883. I mean, that is so terrible. And we're going to keep Van Kelly on the roster because although he has been committing his own high level of quality of errors on our team, he's got 3 in just 5 starts. He's actually really good at second base. And so he could be a good defensive player for us. And in fact, I mean, he hasn't done poorly at the plate comparatively to our other players. So anyway, Greg Pryor, we're going to give him a shot. We did send down Jerry Devanin. He was the odd man out. He will not be missed, but I have a feeling he'll be back. So there you go. There is our lineup for today. And then just show you with Riddleberger being injured, we're going to push him to the back. Dick Ruthven, also injured, is on a rehab assignment at AAA. And then we still got 3 lefties in the bullpen, Mungie, Locke, and Cosgrove. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Gary Shane did not pitch well for us yesterday. He gave us 2 1/3. He only gave up 1 earned run. Defense did not help him out, but unfortunately, we're going to have to see him again. Okay, before we get today's game started, I just want to show you a couple things. Yes, we are still doing the duck race. We are accepting contestants for this event. We have officially now 12, with 1 newcomer yesterday. A-Rod, a new subscriber, getting in on it. We'll do a quick rundown here just to remind everybody who is involved. We have our 6 automatic entries, which is what the AE designates here. And that's Freddie C., John N., Michael B., Lying Dog, Mark M., Don T. All of them have donated $10 to the channel, and that means they get an automatic entry into every giveaway that we do. Additionally, they will have the opportunity to choose an alternate prize if they don't want the prize that I've offered. I will give them a prize from a team that they've previously designated. So hypothetically, if you don't want the first place prize, I will give you a prize from your favorite team of equal or greater value than the prize that we're offering. That's what you get for for being an automatic entry. So a $10 donation by using the thanks button below will get you that automatic entry from here on out. Then we've also got James K getting in on this. John N has donated an additional $5 to get a second duck. Anybody can do that if you want. Just hit the thanks button below, donate $5 to the channel. You get $2 for $5. 2 ducks for $5, I should say. And then we've got Barry Barry, Faux High New York, Pocket Rocket, and then of course the newcomer A-Rod. I have this little question mark here from Pocket Rocket because I believe he's in Montreal and we can't ship internationally. But if Pocket Rocket's watching this and you have an address in the United States, then I will be glad to ship to that location. If not, you might be the odd man out there. I also want to point out that I did get our 5th place prize. Now we have 4 prizes in the giveaway. If you don't know what they are, I'll put the video at the end of this video. You can check it out. If we get to 15 contestants, 15 total ducks or more, I will add a 5th place prize, which will be this 2020 Topps 1985 style. It's the 35th anniversary card of Frank Thomas. It is a game use relic jersey card. I believe it's his jersey, or it could be his pants. I'm not sure, but that will be the 5th place prize. Okay, there you go. That's everything. Let's go ahead and get today's game going. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. You got to be a subscriber to get in on this and future giveaways. We've got Dave Boswell on the mound, looking for his first win still. Everybody in the bullpen is good, as I mentioned, with the exception of Riddleberger. And then our lineup versus Mike Nagy, who's a right-hander. We will do our deep dive on Nagy today. Bocabella back in there at catcher because CANNIZZARO did not get a hit yesterday. And I previously mentioned Greg Pryor getting his first start this year at third base. Okay, let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Seattle Pilots. Batting leadoff in center field is Scott Northey. Batting second at shortstop is Rick Auerbach. Batting third in right field is Dave Parker. Batting cleanup at first base is Roe SKIDMORE. Batting fifth in left field is Jose CRUZ. Batting sixth at second base is Tito Fuentes. Batting seventh at third base is Greg Pryor. Batting eighth and catching is John Bocabella. Oh, no, I want to correct that. Pocket Rocket, who is from Montreal and is an Expos fan, it is not Bocabella, but like Boca Raton, it's Bacabella. And he corrected me on that, and I want to make sure I'm clear. It is John Bacabella. And batting ninth is the pitcher, Dave Boswell. Okay, Mike Nagy, we'll take a look at him really quick. You'll see that he is in his 4th season, making his 9th start of the year, 3-1 with a 3.54 ERA, 32 strikeouts in 56 innings pitched, and opponents are batting .216 against him. He does have a complete game. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. High percentage of ground balls, over 50%. The sinker is his out pitch, though. It's rated at 92. And the curveball is the secondary pitch, rated at 84. The fastball doesn't really register. Overall rated an elite level, 93. The 24-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Let's click on Nagy's name and look at his baseball reference page here. Not a lot of information. He was drafted by the Red Sox in the 6th round of the 1966 draft out of the Bronx. He went to the Red Sox. I guess it probably wasn't quite the rivalry it is in the last 20 years or so. You see his total career numbers. He had a positive WAR. And it looks like he played in the Mexican League as well. We'll check that. Here is his total lifetime stats. 12-2 in 1969, and that made him finish second in Rookie of the Year. 28 starts, 7 complete games, and a shutout. That's a pretty good start to a career. And then what happened? He just did not do very well after that. In 1972, in real life, he made 1 appearance, 2 innings. Gave up a couple of runs. That was it. In 73, he moved on to St. Louis. And then he wrapped up his career in 1974 in relief for the Astros. We'll scroll on down and look at his transactions. And there you'll see the drafting in 1966. And then he was traded by the Red Sox to the Cardinals for a player to be named later. That player was Lance Clemens. And then the Cardinals sent Nagy to the Rangers to complete an earlier deal. And that person was Charlie Hudson. And then the Rangers turned right around a month later. It was traded by the Rangers with John Walkenfuss. Love me some John Walkenfuss. To the Cardinals for Jim Bibby. So that's a big deal. And then the Cardinals traded him to the Astros for Jay Schluter, it looks like. Okay. Well, let's take a look at his wiki and see if he's got any information of note. A little bit. Following his successful 1969 season where he went 12-2, he was selected as the Rookie Pitcher of the Year by the Sporting News. He then spent approximately 4 months of the offseason on active duty for the National Guard, where he took part in basic training. He never again was as successful as his rookie year. But even then, he issued 106 walks in 197 innings against only 84 strikeouts. This guy would fit right in with the Seattle Pilots on Baseball Mogul. So his success was built on sand. Oh, that's cruel. He continued to have control problems for the remainder of his major league career, which ended with the Astros in '74. But only in 1970 did he again pitch regularly in the major leagues. After his stint in the U.S. ended, Nagy starred in the Mexican League, where he led the Liga in ERA in 1978, and his 2.01 ERA is the lowest in history among hurlers with 500 innings pitched. Okay, let's go take a look at that really quick. Let's add the minor and Mexican League stats. And let's see. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay. They have it listed as AAA, but that's not right. Okay, so yeah, 28, 29, and 30 years old. He pitched for Reynosa and Tabasco. Wow, 16-11, 17-16, and 21-11. So how did those walks and strikeouts go? I actually put it together in the Mexican League. That's pretty impressive. Those are some great numbers. So 74 was his last year in the majors. He tried again in 75 with Houston, and then they must have cut him, right? And then he went to the Mexican League. Good job by him. Career was up at age 30, though. All right, that was always, I always love doing that. To me, it's fascinating. I don't know if you guys enjoy that or not, but now we know a little bit more about Mike Nagy. Let's take a look at the defense for the Red Sox today. Outfield looking solid. Yastrzemski was off yesterday. He's back there in left field. Carmen FANZONE at third base. Well below league average. He should be on our team. Behind home plate is Hal King. And he's got a subpar arm, a 71. Although he did throw out our lone base runner yesterday. Okay, here we go. Scott Northey leading it off against Mike Nagy with a 1-2 count. And he strikes out Northey. One down. Northey had 2 hits yesterday and a walk. So he was the one guy that brought the bats. One down. Rick Auerbach swinging at a pitch that was high in the zone. And he got fooled on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. So Nagy's off to a good start. 2 down. Dave Parker. He's not going to fall for that slow stuff. He does ground out to first, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at this Red Sox lineup for today. Batting leadoff at shortstop is Larry BOWA. Batting second. At third base is Carmen FANZONE. Batting third. In left field is Carl Yastrzemski. Batting cleanup in right field is Joe LaHouD. Batting fifth at first base is Ken Harrelson. Batting sixth in center field is Billy Conigliaro. Batting seventh and catching is Hal King. Batting eighth at second base is Dalton Jones, and batting ninth will be the pitcher, Mike Nagy. Okay, Dave Boswell will get the start today, making his 8th of the season. He's 0-4. A 5.20 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 36 and a third innings. Opponents are batting .226 against him. Fastball topping out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 53%, so pretty high. Mostly because of that slow curve. It's rated an 88. That is his best pitch. That'll get you some ground balls. His fastball is rated a league average of 80. Overall rated a 79. The 27-year-old right-hander is not a free agent until the 1974 season. Looking at his log, he's just got that last start registered where he gave up 6 runs on 6 hits in 7 innings. One of those days where we're probably going to push him a little bit further than he should go, but he's making all that money. Take a look at our defense. Much nicer now that we have Pryor at third, in theory. With his average range, maybe that'll help out Auerbach at short. Behind home plate is Bacabella. All right. Larry BOWA leading it off against Dave Boswell. BOWA popping it up behind second base, caught by Fuentes. I should point out, this team does not have anyone who really steals. Boston really has a history of not having any stolen base leaders. As Carmen FANZONE pops it up. Good job by Boswell, coming out of the gate, throwing strikes. And a 2-2 count to Yaz. That went right off the page. And it will be Fuentes making the catch. Hey, we did not make an error. Top of the second. Roe SKIDMORE leading it off. I did not make any new 1972 Topps cards with using AI. But I want to mention that as Skidmore walks, we got a leadoff guy on. That's good. I want to mention that James K is getting ready to do a baseball mogul Toronto Blue Jays expansion team, and he's going to use the AI to do that. I'm very curious to see how they turned out. I requested he add them to our Facebook page for Brainiac Baseball, but I don't know if he will. So back-to-back walks to start off the top of the second. I like the way that looks. Let's see if Tito Fuentes could come through. Good contact hitter. Not a hit-and-run situation. I typically never hit and run if there's someone on second. Only first or first and third. There's a high fly ball, deep center field. That is taggable for Skidmore. He will go to third. And Jose CRUZ will tag and go to second. I mean, something that almost never happens in real life, but happens often. Here's Greg Pryor. We looked at him. Not much of a hitter. He's only 22 years old, and of course, he's not in the major leagues in real life yet. And for defensive purposes, and he's a good bunter. He's sad, though. He's very sad. We got him on some medication. We're going to go on contact. We tried this yesterday when we were out at home. 2-2 count to Pryor, and he pulls it to third. FANZONE has no choice but to go to first, and the Pilots are on the board without even registering a hit. Here's John Bacabella with 2 outs, runner on third, 2-2, and a ground ball to third. FANZONE, another opportunity, will make the play. Bottom of the second inning, Joe LaHoud will lead off. There's a slow roller to second. Fuentes handles it. 2 pitchers that throw a lot of ground balls. Should go quickly. Kenny Harrelson will strike out. First K for Boswell. And then Billy Conigliaro, 1-2. Striking out. Got ourselves a pitcher's duel, top of the third. Dave Boswell will lead it off. Boswell's batting .300, by the way. And he strikes out looking. Third K for Nagy. Scott Northey led off the game with a strikeout. There's a base hit to right. That's going to fall in front of the right fielder. Who? Do we want to go for 2? I kind of want to go. 60% chance. LaHoud has a decent arm. Yeah, we're going to do it. He's out. Oh, no, he's going to be safe. Northey with a double. All right. Very good. That is his third double, and I think that's a double in back-to-back game. No, I'm totally wrong. All right. Good job by Northey. Hustle double. Rick Auerbach. Opportunity to drive in a run, and a pass ball will get Northey to third. Hal King, defensively, that is his fourth pass ball already. That's not something he does a lot of. His range, his fielding, he's bad all around defensively, so I suppose that makes sense. Okay, we're going to go on contact. Let's see if Auerbach can hit that ground ball anywhere but third. A fly ball to center. Northey has good speed. That should be a sac fly. It is. Northey tags up and scores. Manufacturing runs with a little help from the catcher. 2 down. Here is Dave Parker, 1-2. Now he pops it up. Dalton Jones making the catch. Okay, bottom of the third, 2-0 Seattle. Hal King will lead it off. Striking out looking. Third K for Boswell. Dalton Jones was on the Tigers in 72. Actually, I'm not sure he actually played that year, though. Let's take a look. This is just for reference sake here. He did. He got 7 at-bats, and then we sent him to Texas. Okay. I knew it was something like that. He must have been part of the spring training team. Ground ball to short, Auerbach. He's the wink leak in the infield today. He will make the play, though. 2 outs, and Mike Nagy popping it up. And if Fuentes can make the catch, a no-hitter through 3. No, actually, it's a perfect game through 3. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Roe Skidmore. An opportunity here. With the ground ball back to Nagy. 1 down. Jose CRUZ, average settling around 238 now as he strikes out. 4 Ks for Nagy. And Tito, 0-1. Base hit up the middle. There's a single for Fuentes. We're going to give him the green light. If Pryor is patient, Fuentes should be able to steal second, especially since he doesn't have a fastball. In fact, why don't we just give him the green light? I mean, let him steal straight away. Here we go. Right on the middle, and he's thrown out. God bless it. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Come on. Well, that might... if I had thought that through. We know how that changes momentum. I would not be surprised if there's a walk or a hit right here. Yep. Damn it! BOWA, he's got 90 speed, but he is not a stolen base guy. And he's picked off! He got caught napping at first base. That's a good sign, right? I mean, we got to feel good about our chances today. FANZONE popping it up into foul territory. 2 down, and Yaz waiting on that curveball. Gives it a ride out there in that little triangle. For out number 3, we go to the top of the 5th. No hitter is gone. Greg Pryor leading off. He drove in the first run. Flies out to right field. Bacabella flying to left. And Dave Boswell struck out the first time. And he makes contact. Base hit for Boswell. It gets past Dalton Jones. That is so dumb. Boswell batting .333. We should just take a moment. 4 for 12 with a double, couple RBI. I mean, he did have 9 hits last year. So, I don't know. I have no idea what to say about that. It's just dumb. And then Northey will ground it. Oh, it's a throwing error on the first baseman. So he was trying to throw it to the pitcher, I guess we could assume. And that allows Northey to get to second, and Boswell standing on third. So Auerbach can drive in a couple of runs here. They'd both be unearned. And he'll walk him on a curveball. Oh, Dave Parker, he's already got 1 grand salami this season. Let's see if Parker can come through with number 2. And a wild pitch will score a run. Lame. That's the 1 run we score. Strike him out? No, 1-1. Oh, that'll get a couple in. Get down. Yes, base hit. 2 runs score. Both are unearned, so Nagy's ERA is not getting hurt at all. 5-0 Pilots. Roe SKIDMORE hits a ground ball to second, and that'll do it. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking good. Here is Joe LaHoud taking ball 4. Leadoff walk. Usually come back to haunt you. Kenny Harrelson, well, walk him 2. Billy, walk him 2. No, that's going to get everybody in. Hal King. Ground ball to short. 5-2. Dalton Jones. Make it 5-3. Fielding error. Great job. And the pitcher strikes out. BOWA flying to center. That'll do it. So they get the 3 runs right back. One of them was unearned. The error, I believe, was on Skidmore, right? I don't know. Jones pounds it into the dirt. Tito Fuentes. Ground ball to short. And Greg Pryor. Wow, a hot shot that goes right through the second baseman, Jones. This range must be terrible. That's the first hit of the year for Pryor. Good job by him. Bacabella hits a ground ball that gets past the third baseman. We're seeing some terrible defense today. Oh, that's why it had to happen. Because it brought up the pitcher. That's the only reason that happened. That's fine. Great job, baseball mogul. So predictable. Nagy, 102 pitches. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Here's FANZONE. Ground ball to short. And an error. God, I hate this fucking game. It is such garbage. Yaz flying out to right. 1 out is Joe LaHoud. Another walk. 3-run home run to give him the lead. Ground ball to third. And Pryor does start the double play. There we go. That's why he's in there. Top of the 7th. Nagy's still in the ball game. They only ever take a pitcher out after as a pinch hitter, you know? Like, they just never take him out. And Parker will get a hit. That's his 2nd hit of the game. 7 total for the Pilots. God, Skidmore is horrible. Okay, bottom of the 7th. I'd like to get 1 more inning out of Boswell. 89 pitches. I hate this stupid game. It's got to ruin everything. Can't just have 1 good game. As the first baseman tags up and takes second for the 2nd time in the ball game. Probably never happened in real life, but it happens all the time. All right, Jones popping out, and this will get to Nagy. They'll pinch hit with Reggie Smith. This guy started off as an everyday player in our sim, and while he's in his prime right now, they have him relegated as a pinch hitter. 2-run home run to tie it. Pops it up to Skidmore. Who knows? All right. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It is Fred Wenz. Right now, I guess. Terrible ERA. And he's walked more than he struck out. Jose CRUZ, 1-2. We'll take a look at the in-game stats, by the way. CRUZ 0 for 3 today with a walk. Here's Tito. Good vodka. Bad swing. And Greg Pryor. Contributing today. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Flies out to left. It was a 1-2-3 inning. Let's see if Boswell can give us another inning of work. We'll let him pitch to BOWA and FANZONE, and then we'll bring in Nagy, I guess. 3-1. This should have been a walk because that's what it does. Ground ball to second. Can we get 2, please? Yes! Good job by Boswell. Just 1 bad inning. He's going to come out of the game. Nagy will pinch hit. I'm sorry. Come in from the bullpen. To face YASTRZEMSKI. 1-1. Ground ball to third. Pryor. He does not make an error. It's easier to say he does not make an error than to make, just assume he makes an error. Top of the 9th inning. Bacabella striking out. So Bacabella, he did get a hit, so he will get to start tomorrow. Nagy coming out of the game. Joe Keogh is our first lefty off the bench. I don't know why. He's batting 125 versus righties. Strike it out. 2 down for Scott Northey. He's 1 for 4. And a ground ball to third. So they basically shut us down from the 6th inning on. Okay. We will bring in our closer, Wayne Granger. The lone Granger, 3 for 3 in save opportunities. He hasn't had a lot to try to save. He is not particularly a good pitcher. But what other options do we really have? Ground ball up the middle. Auerbach cutting it off. Good job. 1 down. Here's Kenny Harrelson with a full count, and he'll walk him. Great. That's going to bring up the tying run. Will this be the first blown save? It will be. This game is over. We just lost. Ground ball to third. Oh, no, we're going to turn the double play. That felt like a 3-run home run to win it. Pilots get the victory, though. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. That's our 8th win of the year. And we'll take a look at the standings. Royals also won. Rangers and Tigers. Tigers are the team we're going to play next, and they're no joke. Angels have a 3-game lead. Take a look at the National League. Mets have a 3.5-game lead over the Phils. Okay. Headline news. Brainiac baseball doodle. Oh, Milt Pappas, severed knee ligament. Now he's going to go look for his wife. Sorry, Milt. Let's take a look at transactions. There he is. Milt Pappas, done for the season after 7 starts. We are seeing more and more injuries this year, and that's because there really is not any specific team that is allocating money toward their medical, because most teams are losing money this year. And that could be why we see the deluge of injuries. It's a twisted ankle. That makes more sense than a severed spine or whatever that they typically have. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Get in on the free giveaway. Be a subscriber. Let me know in the comments you want to enter. I will add you to the list. We need just 3 or 4 more, depending on how things go, to get to that additional 5th prize. Player of the game. We get to give a player of the game. I will give it to Dave Boswell. He gets his first win of the year. He was overdue. Maybe that's why we won today. It was just his turn. We did only have 7 hits. 1 run was scored on a pass ball. Dave Parker had a couple of RBI. Actually, it was on 1 play, so that's just the way it goes. Dave Boswell 1 and 4. Wayne Granger, he walked a couple because he had to. But he gets his 4th save. Mike Nagy takes the loss. Kenny Harrelson screwed it up for him too. Only 2 earned runs. He's 3 and 2 on the year. And that will do it. Okay, we're going to come back tomorrow and play the final game of the series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.